In the heart of a quiet African village named Umunna-Nma lived a poor widow named Mama Anuli. Her house was made of clay. Her pots were cracked. Her food was never enough. Pause. But her heart. Her heart was richer than gold. Dry afternoon, a crippled beggar crawled into the village. His clothes were torn, his eyes sunken, and flies buzzed around his head. The villagers looked away. They called him useless. They threw sand at him. But Mama Anuli, she did something different. He called him brother. She gave him her only bowl of yam porridge, and wiped his mouth with her wrapper. What she didn't know was that this beggar was not a beggar at all. He was a prince. A billionaire in disguise. Sent by the spirits to find the one whose heart still beat with kindness. What happened next shook the entire village. And changed Mama Anuli's life forever. In the heart of Idondo, a humble and lively African village, lived a poor widow named Mama F, known for her generous heart despite her own struggles. One day, she gave her only bowl of yam porridge to a dirty, crippled beggar sitting by the roadside, never knowing he was Oba, a powerful and extremely wealthy man disguised as a beggar, searching for someone with a pure heart. This single act of kindness sets off a chain of events that changes Mama F's fate forever. But the road to blessing is not smooth. Jealous neighbors, ancient spirits, trials from the gods, and hidden family secrets threaten to destroy her before her destiny is fulfilled. The sun burned bright over Idondo, a village full of music, market noise, and dusty red paths. Mama F, a widow with only one eye and 5 missing teeth, stirred her pot of yam porridge slowly. Her 3 children were sleeping inside the small mud hut. They had eaten nothing the night before. She looked into the pot. There was only one bowl left. Let them eat when they wake, she whispered. As she stepped outside to cool the food, she saw him. A crippled beggar, sitting on a broken stool by the mango tree. His legs were twisted. His clothes were torn. Flies buzzed around his mouth. He raised a shaking hand. Please, just a spoon. Mama F looked at her pot, then looked at the beggar. Then, without another word, she picked up the bowl and gave it to him. He took it with slow hands and began to eat, tears rolling down his face. Why do you give me this? He asked. Mama F smiled. Because if I were sitting there and you were standing here, I would want you to do the same. The beggar looked up at her for a long time. And said only 2 words. Thank you. He finished the food, and vanished before her eyes. Mama F went back inside. Her pot was empty. Her stomach rumbled. But her heart felt full. She didn't know why. Her children woke up, rubbing their eyes. Mama, food? Asked Little Tond. Mama F knelt and hugged him. There is no food, my son. But there is love. And where there is love, food will come. They sat in silence. The wind whispered. At the village square, Mama Ngozi and Ayatowa were talking. Did you see that old fool give her food to a dirty beggar? Said Ayatowa, her mouth sharp like pepper. She has no shame. Mama Ngozi hissed. No wonder she's poor. Feeding mad people instead of her children. They laughed, their voices like crooked drums. But the wind carried their words to the forest. And the forest remembered. That night, the village chief, Oba Nadizi, had a strange dream. A voice said, the one who fed the crippled shall rise like the sun. The earth will shake. The blind will see. He woke up sweating. What kind of dream is this? He whispered. He called his priest, Dibia Onu. But Dibia's face turned pale. This is not a dream, he said. It is a warning. Far away, in a great city with cars and lights, Oba the billionaire removed his disguise. He was not crippled. He was strong. His golden clothes sparkled under the moonlight. She passed the test, he said. Now let us begin. 2 days later, a shiny black car drove into Idondo. Children screamed. Chickens scattered. Mama F was washing clothes near the river. The car stopped before her. 2 men stepped out. "Are you Mama F?" they asked. "Yes," she said, blinking. "You're invited to Lagos," one said. "Someone important wants to see you." The next morning, Mama F packed her small bag. People watched, whispering. "She's going to Lagos," said Ayatowa. "For what?" sneered Mama Ngozi. "She thinks she's important now." But Mama F didn't answer them. She just smiled. Her children waved as the car drove away. Mama F had never seen buildings so tall, or lights so bright. Her eyes danced from window to window. She was taken to a golden house by the sea. Inside was Oba, wearing fine clothes. "Mama F," he said, bowing. "You fed me when I was hungry. Now let me feed you for life." Mama F ate food she'd never tasted before. She slept on a soft bed. But Oba watched her. He wanted to know if she would change. Would she become greedy? Or would her heart stay pure? He gave her a big bag of money. She gave most of it to other beggars. He smiled. She is still the same. Mama F returned to Idondo with gifts. Clothes. Food. Shoes. Toys for children. She gave to everyone, even Mama Ngozi and Ayatowa. They looked ashamed. "I'm sorry for mocking you," said Ayatowa. "You have a good heart," whispered Mama Ngozi. Mama F hugged them. In this life, kindness wins. Oba visited the shrine of his ancestors. He poured palm wine on the ground. "Shall I bless her with riches?" he asked. The wind blew. A bird cried. A voice whispered, "Not yet. There is danger." Oba frowned. Danger. In the next village, a man named Dogo heard the story. He was rich but cruel. She fed a beggar and became rich. "Huh. I will pretend to be poor too." He tore his clothes and limped into Idondo. But Mama F saw through him. "There is no hunger in your eyes," she said. "Only greed." He hissed and ran away. That night, Mama F dreamed of a river of fire. Children were crying. The sky was dark. A crippled man stood in the middle, calling her name. She woke up shaking. "What does it mean?" she asked. The old seer in the village said, "Blessings invite battles. Be ready." In her new house, Mama F found a hidden room. Inside were books, masks, and a staff with a blinking eye. A scroll read, "He who gives to strangers may unknowingly feed gods." She closed the door quietly. At the village market, a woman accused Mama F of stealing her husband. "You used charm," she shouted. Others joined her. But Oba arrived, dressed as a poor man again. He spoke, "Did she not give to you when you had nothing?" They fell silent. That night, lightning struck a tree near Mama F's home. It burned bright. The village children screamed. From the flames came a figure with glowing eyes. Oba appeared and stood before it. "This is not your time," he shouted. The figure vanished. With Oba's help, Mama F built a school for the children. She named it, the House of Kindness. Even poor children could learn. "Books are better than gold," she said. Little Ton asked, "Mama, why are we rich now?" Mama F smiled. "Because I gave my last bowl of food to someone who needed it more." Ton nodded. "Then I'll give too." At the shrine, the lion mask of the elders fell from the wall. The priest gasped. "It is a sign. A storm is coming for Mama F. A great test." One evening, a stranger came to Mama F's house. He wore a red cap and held an old photo. "My name is Ikena," he said. "I am your son. You lost me during the war. Mama F's legs gave way. My son. The journey was not over. It had only begun. Mama F sat on the floor, holding Ikena's hands. My son. I thought the war took you. Ikena nodded slowly. A family found me in the forest. They raised me far away. She wept, rocking him. The gods have brought you back. Outside, drums began to beat. The whole village came to see. That night, Ikene gave Mama F a torn, brown envelope. Inside was a letter she wrote many years ago, tied to his baby clothes. It said, if this reaches anyone, his name is Ikena. I am Mama F. Keep him safe. He had carried it his whole life, never knowing it would lead him home. News of Mama F's blessings reached far villages. Jealous people began to whisper. She must be using juju. No woman gives food and becomes queen. Men with bad hearts gathered under the big tree at midnight. Their leader, Madu the sorcerer, had one red eye. We will expose her secret, he hissed. One morning, Mama F received a basket of plantains from a friend. She smiled and roasted them for her children. Just before Ada took the first bite, Oba appeared, again in disguise. Don't eat that, he shouted. He crushed one and a black worm oozed out. Someone wants you dead. Oba took Mama F to the old shrine. He lit a red candle and placed a mirror before her. Look. She saw her own face, but behind it stood shadows of people, some she had helped, some who cursed her. The battle has started, Oba said. That night, a drum beat itself in the village square. Boom. 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 Children screamed. The elders gathered. Dibia Onu listened. The spirit of the mountain speaks, he whispered. It said, the woman who gave shall be tested in fire. If she stands, she will shine forever. If not, she will fade. Madu the sorcerer disguised himself as a sick boy. He came crawling to Mama F's gate, coughing. Help me, please. Mama F came outside. But Oba stopped her. He is not what he seems. Oba pointed his staff. Madu transformed into a huge black lizard and hissed. Mama F stepped back in fear. Oba revealed himself to the whole village. I was the beggar. She fed me without knowing who I was. Gasps filled the air. He turned to Mama F. I am more than a billionaire. I am the son of the Sky King. I came to test hearts. Oba offered Mama F a choice. Take this gold chest and live in a city of light. Or stay in your village and use this staff of power to heal and bless others. Mama F looked at her children. Then at the poor around her. I choose to stay. Oba handed her the glowing staff. With one touch, dry wells filled with water. Sick children stood up and danced. Blind men saw the sunrise. The village bowed before her. From today, Oba said, your name shall be Mama Anuli, Mother of Joy. But the real battle had only just begun. It gets even more thrilling, more secrets, ancient spirits, and twists await. Title, The Crippled Beggar and the Hidden Billionaire. A tale of kindness, destiny, and the hidden eyes of the gods. In a distant forest, something dark awakened. A deep voice echoed from the trees. The woman of joy has risen, it is time. A black owl flew across the sky and perched on Madu's shoulder. The spirit world will not let her rise without a fight, Madu muttered. That night, rain fell, but not water. It rained feathers. Soft, white feathers fell from the sky like snow. Everyone ran outside. Is it a blessing? Some asked. But Mama Anuli frowned. This is a sign. The spirits are watching. A feather landed on her staff and turned black. Mama Anuli's daughter, Ada, had a strange dream. She saw herself walking through fire without burning. A voice whispered. Your mother's kindness has planted seeds in your heart. Soon, you too must choose. When she woke, the soles of her feet were warm. Was it just a dream? Oba returned with a gift, a scroll made from cow skin, written in gold ink. This scroll was hidden for 500 years, he said. It tells of a woman who will rise by feeding the forgotten. That woman is you. But someone was listening from the bush, Madu's servant, Ijia. That night, the stars disappeared. The sky was black. The moon did not rise. Elders gathered, chanting. Oba stood still. This is not normal darkness. This is the veil of Ekwensu, the ancient deceiver. Everyone rushed to Mama Anuli's compound. Only her staff gave off light. At dawn, 3 strangers came. An old woman, a blind man, and a crying baby. Each knocked on Mama Anuli's door. She gave the old woman food. She gave the blind man a mat to sleep on. She rocked the baby in her arms. At midnight, they disappeared into thin air. In the morning, Mama Anuli touched her eyes and saw not just the world, but people's true hearts. She looked at Madu. Though he smiled, she saw snakes crawling from his mouth. She whispered to Oba, his tongue is poison. Oba nodded. Your gift is growing. Suddenly, the village shrine caught fire. The flames danced high, forming faces, crying, screaming, whispering. Everyone was afraid. Dibia Onu said, the spirits are angry. Oba walked into the fire. It didn't burn him. From the ashes, he pulled a glowing shell. This holds a piece of truth, he said. Desperate, Madu went deep into the evil forest. He called upon Kitojo, the blood spirit. I will give my voice, if you give me power, he said. The spirit took his voice, and gave him thunder in his hands. But it came with a warning. Use it once, and you may not return. With her staff, Mama Anuli healed a child who had never walked. The boy danced in the square. People brought their sick, their blind, their lame. But Madu watched in rage. She is still in their hearts, he thought. But I will break her spirit. He raised his thunder hand to strike. A spirit appeared in Mama Anuli's dreams. It had 1 arm, 1 eye, and 1 leg. I am Onwi, the test of the heart, it said. If you pass, your name shall be sung for generations. If you fail, you shall be forgotten. Then it vanished. The village held a festival to thank Mama Anuli. Drums beat. Children danced. Palm wine flowed. Suddenly, clouds gathered, but it wasn't rain. Red rain poured down. People screamed. Oba looked at the sky. Madu has called upon blood spirits. Mama Anuli raised her staff to the sky. Lightning clashed. Madu walked into the square, silent and glowing red. He raised his hand. Thunder cracked. Trees fell. Mama Anuli stood tall, staff in hand. You feed with power, he said through his spirit. I feed with love, she replied. Then they clashed. As Madu's thunder flew toward Mama Anuli, Ada leapt in front of her mother. A golden shield appeared around her. The same voice from her dream returned. The daughter shall carry the fire of kindness. Madu's thunder turned to dust. Oba smiled. Her time has come. The talking drum beat itself again. Boom. 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 The hour has come, said Dibia Onu. All must gather at the river. There, the spirit Ophia, guardian of truth, would judge Madu and Mama Anuli. The whole village followed. At the river, Mama Anuli and Madu stood before a glowing pool. If your heart is pure, the river shall reflect your soul, said Ophia. Madu looked, and saw snakes, fire, and darkness. Mama Anuli looked, and saw the faces of every person she had helped. The people cheered. The river rose. It wrapped around Madu like rope. He screamed, but no voice came. The spirit of the river spoke. You traded your voice for evil. You shall return to the forest forever. Madu disappeared beneath the waves. The river became calm again. The clouds parted. Sunlight bathed the village. From above, golden birds flew down, dropping seeds in every compound. These are seeds of joy, Oba said. Plant them, and you will always have food, peace, and wisdom. Mama Anuli smiled. Her work was only just beginning. The once poor village now had full barns, clean water, and happy children. Strangers came from far to learn from Mama Anuli. Oba disappeared, but his staff remained. Ada became a young healer. People called the village Umunna-Nma, village of goodness. Years later, children sat under the moonlight listening to an elder. Long ago, a woman fed a crippled beggar. They gasped and smiled. And that one meal changed her life, and the life of all of us. Her name? Mama Anuli, the woman who gave without asking. And her story lived on forever. The Crippled Beggar and the Hidden Billionaire. An African folktale of kindness, destiny, and the eyes of the spirits. One morning, a giant iroko tree near the river began to whisper. Only Ada could hear it. Child of fire and healing, danger walks with the wind. Your mother's journey is not yet over. That night, Ada sat beside Mama Anuli and told her everything. A man with skin like bronze and hair like snow walked into the village. He held no bag, wore no shoes, and smiled with calm eyes. I've walked far to meet the woman of joy, he said. His name? Izina. He looked at Mama Anuli and bowed deeply. Izina gave Mama Anuli a wooden bowl filled with colored stones. This belonged to my grandmother, who was fed by a kind stranger long ago. When the colors in the bowl fade, danger is near. When they glow, you are protected.